I had the luck of being born in New York City. There was nowhere to study. But there was two people that really they had courses. Lisette, who was also Dean Arbus's teacher. So at 14, I signed up for Lisette's night course at the school in Greenwich Village, which you had to be 18 to be part of. And I just hoped I would be able to bluff my way through. And of course, the first class, Lisette, who became my friend for the rest of her life, darling, oh, come here, you do not appear to be 18 years old. Could you tell me what your age is? And I thought I might lie and say I was 17, but I said, I like her. I said, oh, I'm 14 years old. And she looked at me and said, oh, wonderful. So I figured out one other thing. Most of the photographers that I cared about from the magazines actually were in the same city I was. So I put my little box of pictures under my arm, and I would go and, knock on their door. I mean, I didn't know how to make appointments. And you don't kick puppies. So I went to see Cartier-Bresson at Magnum. I thought he would always be at Magnum. He happened to be there that day. Was incredibly kind, showed me his contact sheets, told me I needed more discipline, asked me how I shot, and then said, let's go to lunch. It's now time to go to lunch. And what he did, and I'm sure it was for me, he photographed on the way. I watched him. In New York City, the people wait on the street for the light to change. And he passed in front of a group of them with the camera, with that grace that is sort of legendary. And it was as if no one noticed him. He was like a ghost. And I remember thinking, I need to learn to do that, what this man just did. So the new books that I'm doing is about a quarter of each book are portraits of kids that want to be artists. I was photographing in Rochester, Minnesota on a commission, and I ran out of things to photograph in Rochester, Minnesota because it's a relatively small town. And I'd seen that there was a magnet school for artists, for kids. And since they had contacts, the Art Center had contacts, everybody said, can you get me to go and do that? And I just did it on autopilot. I asked the teacher who was the best artist. I photographed her, asked who her favorite artist was. Didn't choose the people. Shot 2 10 exposure rolls of each of them. And just total instinct, not thinking, right, do it. Got the context and was stunned by them. Like they knew more than I did. And I thought, well, take a hint, John, you should do more of this. If you want to characterize it, I'm drawn to the ordinary. The sort of wise-ass answer is, I want my pictures to be more important than being there. If you go and photograph when the wall came down, I did a lot in Berlin, and I really wished I'd been there the night, the day the wall came down. I was there about 2 weeks before, but I wouldn't have photographed. It was because I would have lived the event, I wouldn't have photographed it. And that's sort of my thing. It seemed to be a great deal of opportunity in the ordinary. If I were to give an absolutely true lecture to students, it would be very short. I would say, I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing anymore, and I'm totally sure of it. And that's how it works.